Dear Cheri, let's say you found a particular strain that you love to smoke. If you take that flower and make a tincture or infuse it into butter or oil after decarbing to make edibles, will the high or the effects be the same because the weed you're using is the same? In other words, will you get the same effects since you're using the same strain whether you smoke it or make edibles with it? Well, that's a good question. And my short answer is yes and no. I'm going to expand on that in just a second. But before I do, I just want to remind everybody to hit that YouTube subscribe button and notification bell because I try to upload new videos every Wednesday. And please do me a huge favor and hit that like button too if you get value out of my videos. Now back to the question, are the effects of cannabis, the same strain of cannabis, the same if you smoke it or if you make edibles from it? And I just dropped my glasses, but that's okay. The short answer, as I said, is yes and no. In a general sense, yes, you're using the same strain, so the effects should be alike, but I say no because there are also going to be some differences. So in a general sense, yes, they should have a similar effect, but there are going to be some differences. What are those differences? There are several things. Cannabinoids and terpenes, they burn off at different temperatures and levels, and they burn off if you put a flame to them and you're smoking. They burn off if you add heat when you're vaping, and they burn off when you're decarbing and infusing as well. Which ones burn off at which temperatures? There's a lot of varying factors that come into it, so there's no really one answer to that. But the point is, it's going to be slightly different in the edible form than the smoked form. So that will be one difference. The other difference may come in dosages, because when you inhale cannabis, you feel the effects almost instantly. You know when to stop. Dosing can be a lot more tricky with edibles, which is why I spend so much time on this topic in my online cooking courses with cannabis, and why I also have a free dosing course and some dosage calculators to help you really determine how much cannabis you need in edible form and how to cook to those needs. So I'll put a link in the comments below to those courses at Cannabis. As I said, there's a free dosing course. The dosage calculators are just $5. And then I have a big comprehensive cannabis cooking course as well. So dosage might be another factor that might make it be a little bit different. The other factor is just in general metabolism and how your body metabolizes cannabis. And the effects that you feel from an edible are going to be different than an inhalable. Usually edible effects are kind of deeper and more profound. They certainly last longer, and they take longer to come on before you feel them. So that's very different, where if you inhale cannabis, it's usually going to be a little bit lighter in the effects. You're going to feel them very quickly, and they're not going to last as long. So in a general sense, as far as the strain characteristics, yes, they will be similar, but not exactly identical. And those other factors will also come into play. So I'm sorry, this isn't a straight yes or no answer, but I hope I gave you some insight in what to consider when you're evaluating the effects of inhaled cannabis versus edible cannabis. Hope this helps. See you all next time, and eat your weed.